Go ahead and call this meeting to order. If you would, please stand for the prayer and the pledge. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, the glory, forever. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Ms. Ramsey, would you call the roll, please?
Ms. Davis,
Here.
Mr. St. Columbia, Dr. Miller, Mr. Messina,
Here.
Mr. Etherly,
Yes.
Ms. Miller,
Here.
4 yes, 2 absent.
All right, we have a quorum established. Tonight, September 24th, it's 5 p.m. or shortly thereafter. We have a special call meeting to address one issue, and that's the sanitation department truck damage. And as you recall, last week we had a sanitation truck that was rear-ended by a minivan, and it was damaged and has not been in use since then. The main issue is to give you a status on the claim, and then we'll also need you to, or be asking you to approve another 7 or 5 days of contractor work to help us pick up the garbage in Helena-West. The first thing I want to tell you is that a claim has been opened. The individual who damaged the truck, who ran into the rear of the truck, did have liability coverage. We have opened a claim with that insurance carrier. My understanding from our employees is that there's been contact established. I did receive a copy of the correspondence from the insurance company, and that what they want is the municipal league, our municipal league coverage, to step in first and do the property evaluation. And then once that's done, our provider would issue some payment, and then they would be reimbursed from the liability carrier. That's on the property coverage, and so we don't have that evaluation yet, so we don't know what the total in terms of damage is at this point in time, but we hope to get that in the coming days. And Ms. Ramsey's been in contact with the person who's going to come out and do the appraisal, and so that just hadn't happened yet, but hopefully it'll happen real soon. The next thing is we're going to have to we've been using a contractor for the last, you approved 5 days at the last council meeting, which would have been Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Monday and Tuesday. And so that time is up. So we still need some help picking up the garbage. We only have one truck, one residential truck that's in operation right now. You approved $3,750 at the last meeting. I'm going to ask you to approve an equal number of days, which would take us through Tuesday of next week. By that time, we should have we hope to have some appraisal on the property issue, so we'll know what we're going to get on the garbage truck, and then we'll know which direction to go in after that. And so before we leave here tonight, I'm going to ask you to approve another 5 days. I will tell you, and I perhaps said this before we got started here, because of this being a liability claim, the money that we're requesting the city to spend for a contractor, we're going to submit that as a part of our loss of use to on the liability claim, because we wouldn't have to do this but for the accident. So we expect to be reimbursed for the money that we're spending right now on the contractor. If you approve that tonight, that'll be a total of $7,500 that you've approved so far since the accident. But we'll submit that as part of the liability claim, and we expect to be reimbursed for that amount. We need to replace that truck at some point, and what you have at your table, I asked the sanitation department to kind of, Ms. Davis is laughing. They gave you a Cadillac of wishes that they want, but I asked the sanitation department to start a search for some vehicles, or some garbage trucks, because we do have to replace that truck at some point. What we have now is we have the new truck that we purchased, which is the rear end loader. That's the residential pickup that we have right now. The one that got damaged was the side loader, which is the side arm. That one is no longer usable. We have one other side loader in our fleet. The arm is not working or operational right now. They ordered some parts a few days ago that I think may have arrived today or tomorrow. They're going to try to install those parts to see if they can get the arm to work. The truck is otherwise operational. It doesn't have any mechanical problems. You can drive it all day. The arm doesn't work, and of course, that renders it not usable by a department. But if they can get the arm going, then we'll have 2 residential trucks in operation. We won't need the contractor anymore at that point. But if that doesn't work, and I would say going forward anyway, we need to purchase another truck because we don't have a reliable fleet at this point. And they submitted this. It does not have a proposal. It doesn't even have a price beside it. This is just, I think, what they saw that's available, and I don't know what the cost is. But as these numbers come in, I'll email you what I have once I get it, so you can start formulating in your mind what the numbers are. And then once we find out what we're going to get for our truck, then we'll know what we're going to be able to offset that cost with, whether we'll be able to absorb it totally or whether it'll be a partial towards a new purchase of another truck or what's going to happen. We just don't have those numbers at this point. I think that covers everything that we came here for the special meeting for, but do you have any questions at this point? Yes, sir.
The only question
Mhm.
I think we need to get a third truck.
Yes, sir, I agree. I agree, we need it.
Because we need to be able to rotate those trucks
Yes, sir.
around, so if something happens, we still got 2 trucks.
I think you're absolutely right. I've had those conversations with the treasurer over the last few days about us needing to have a reliable fleet of trucks, so that we take the pressure off some of the trucks that we have in use, because we're basically, the new trucks that we have, we're running those trucks all week. They're doing all of the work, and that just puts more stress and strain on them. And so what we want to do is try to make an investment in our sanitation
Yeah,
department.
the third truck, we can use it in the rotation. That'll give us a week or 2 weeks, however we do the rotation, to pull maintenance on a truck that's not being used.
Yes, sir. Yes,
It
sir.
needs to be, we need to be pulling maintenance on these trucks.
I agree. I agree 100%. So, any other questions or issues? Is there going to be a motion to approve the 3750 for the contract?
I'd like to make that motion.
I second it.
A motion by Ms. Miller, second by Mr. Messina to approve the 3750 for the contractor to assist in garbage pickup. Any discussion? Madam Clerk, would you call the roll?
Mr. Messina,
Yes.
Ms. Davis,
Yes.
Mayor Ethelley,
Yes.
Ms. Miller,
Yes.
Mr. St. Columbia, Dr. Miller, 4 yes.
Motion passes. There being no other issues, and that's the only thing on the agenda, is there a motion to adjourn? Motion by Davis to adjourn, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Miller. All in favor? Thank you for coming out this evening. That concludes our meeting.